So I find myself here.
Court rise.
Didn't she just say court rise?
You may now have your seats. Would the defendant please stand? Please state your name for the court.
Rashida Adaeze Jones.
Thank you. Ms. Jones, you're being charged with committing the following crimes on the 26th of April 2018. False accounting, as stipulated in Section 17 of the Theft Act of 1968. Fraud by false representation, as described in Section 2 of the Fraud Act of 2006. Fraud by failure to disclose information, as described in the aforementioned Fraud Act of 2006, and on the charge of money laundering, as described in the Proceeds of Crime Act 2002. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
You may now have your seat.
How does the prosecution wish to proceed?
Your Honor, the Crown has 3 witnesses to present today. The first of the 2 witnesses, Ms. Cindy Lawson and Mr. Paul Green, are co-workers of Ms. Jones. However, due to work constraints and time difference in Australia, both clients on business trip in Australia. But they've sent forth their recorded statement to show to court today. The third witness, Your Honor, has a compelling evidence to show that the defendant, Ms. Jones, is guilty as charged. But however, she's unable to attend for health reasons. Your Honor, we've got her pre-recorded statements. May I proceed with the witness statements, Your Honor?
All right, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm not surprised about Rashida. Everyone thinks she's so loving and caring and kind. But once you really get to know her, you see she's conniving, manipulative, and self-serving. I can confirm she was working late the night the money was reported to have gone missing. She has not only ruined her reputation, but that of Paul. Love you, Paul. And the company.
Listen, Judge, Rashida grew to prominence within the company by showing time and time again that she would go the extra mile. That's why I hired her to work on the Pepperton file in the first place. However, she clearly overstepped the mark by allowing money to go to some mystery, unheard of charity that nobody could vouch for or verify, which, might I add, is way above her pay grade. Even if Rashida did think that money ought to go to this charity, she should have made use of the fail-safe so the client could have got their money back if they requested it. The fact that Rashida could not get the money back when I asked shows that this is clear-cut theft.
Rashida has always loved the glamorous life. She is never happy unless she's doing better than someone else. So I can in fact confirm that she was in charge of providing the funds for my Aunt Rachel and Uncle Charles's retirement home. And not long after the plans for the retirement home began, she started wearing even nicer clothes than I was used to seeing her in. upgraded to a Range Rover villa and somehow was even able to pay for the whole house cash down. How she got the money? Well, your guess is as good as mine.
Members of the jury, you've heard the witness statements from some of those who know Ms. Jones very well. They've spent the better part of the last 5 years with her at work, day in, day out. We've also heard from her own blood cousin, who happens to know her very well and has spent much longer with her. Members of the jury, from the witnesses that we've showed here today at court, can testify that the defendant, A, had the opportunity to take this money as alluded by her co-worker Cindy. B, she had a duty and responsibility to safeguard her client's assets, which she failed to perform, as confirmed by her boss Paul. And C, members of the jury, she had a reason to keep hold of such large sum of money. Your Honor, it is clear that the defendant, Ms. Jones, had opportunity, she had the means, but most importantly, she had the motive to commit this crime. Your Honor, I submit that the defendant is a dishonest person and she did all this for her personal gain. Why? To fund her expensive lifestyle. Your Honor, on this note, prosecution rests its case.
Thank you, Mr. Foster. As has been previously agreed, the defense is waiving its right to cross-examine the prosecution's witness. Is that still the case, Ms. Brown?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. Would the defense like to present its case? Ms. Brown?
The defense calls its witness, Mrs. Rachel Jones, to the stand, please.
The defense calls the witness, Mrs. Rachel Jones, to the stand. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly, sincerely, and truly.
I do solemnly, sincerely, and truly
Declare and affirm.
declare and affirm
That the evidence I shall give.
that the evidence I shall give
Shall be the truth.
shall be the truth,
The whole truth.
the whole truth,
And nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
Please have your seat, Mrs. Jones.
Thank you.
Thank you, Clerk. You're doing a wonderful job. Mrs. Jones, tell me, how long have you known the defendant?
All her life, all 29 wonderful years.
I see. And tell me, what has your relationship been with her like?
It's always been good. We have a strong bond over the years. She's my child.
Miss Jones, tell me, has the defendant ever been in trouble with the law?
No, not at all. She's a good girl. I mean...
Go on.
Let me tell you about my girl. She's the only girl I have. From the moment she was born. I knew that God had a plan. Let me tell you about my girl. Full of love, so kind, so good. She's a mother's We